What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. This video is made specifically for those of you who are brand new to the cryptocurrency markets. You want to get exposure, but you're not sure how or which exchanges to use. This video is tailor-made just for you. So I hope that you enjoy it. You could smash the like button, click subscribe, tick the little bell, that way you're notified of all my future videos, my tutorials and stuff that I'll be posting. I would really appreciate it. But again, welcome to crypto. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get it. All right, so here we are. This is your sign up page for Binance US. You can get the link in the description below. I will make sure that it's there. And before I get started, I just want to talk about real briefly, why do I like Binance US so much? So I trade very heavily. I trade on many different exchanges, and as far as Binance US goes, it's one of my favorite exchanges that I use personally. And I actually have trading bots that I'll talk about in a separate video, but I have a pretty fair amount of them actually running on Binance US, so that's really helpful. But one thing that stands out to me about Binance US versus the others is the fees. So the fees for using Binance US are very low compared to other platforms such as Coinbase. I can speak firsthand experience, a lot of experience with Coinbase, and the fees are very high there. The uptime, so Binance US I haven't really had any issues with it, and I've used it since it came out. And Coinbase has had kind of a lot of issues with the heavy traffic lately. We've had a lot of downtime, and it tends to go down at times where you really don't want it to. Like when the market's moving really heavily, Coinbase kind of struggles, and that's not really kind of what you want to see when you're in a hurry to either enter a trade or exit a trade. But again, Binance US has done a really phenomenal job in that aspect. And there's some other platforms such as crypto.com, PayPal, Robinhood, where you can buy crypto. But another thing that separates Binance US from a few of those that I just mentioned is you have access to your crypto, meaning once you buy, you have custody of it and you can move it wherever you want. And there are a few exchanges out there that you can buy crypto on, but if you want to send your Bitcoin that you purchase to your own wallet, they will not let you. Can't do that. That's not an option. So you can buy and they can hold it for you, but you're not able to take custody, which that should be important to you. And I'll get into that in a different video, an explanation on why custody is really important. But basically, there's a saying in crypto: if it's not your keys, it's not your coins. So you'll hear about that. I'm sure you'll hear about it at least once going forward, but it's really important, and it's something that I really want to stress to you, especially if you're new to the crypto market, is you want to make sure that you have custody of your own crypto. That way, nobody can tell you what to do with it. Nobody can freeze your funds. If it's in your own personal wallets, there's absolutely nothing anybody can do about it. You own that crypto, and unless you lose your keys or you lose your wallet or something else, you lose access to it, there's nobody that can stop you from doing, transferring it wherever you want, taking it with you. So I just wanted to touch on that real briefly. That's a whole different video though. I'll get into that at a later date. But for now, here's Binance US. And this is your sign up page. Again, the link is in the description below. And when you click on it, it's going to take you to this create an account page where you just type your email. So I can just do like a real quick, I'm not actually going to go and create an account, but you can see here, like you have your email that you want to use. You have to have a password. They give you some specifications about what they like your password to be. And then this referral ID, this number, that's just my referral code. So if you use it, awesome. I really appreciate it. Really helps the channel. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But that's what this is. And then when you're done putting in your information up here, you just click this box acknowledging that you're over the age of 18, because you need to be over 18 to open your own account, and that you agree to these terms of use here, which you can click on this link and open it up and read it. And then you go ahead and you click account, create account right here. And then that's going to take you to a page where you have to verify your email address. And then once you verify your email address, then you get taken to your dashboard. So this is my dashboard, and this is kind of like your home base. So when you log in, you're going to see this dashboard that's going to tell you your balance details. So I have this hidden for security purposes, obviously, but your balance, your estimated balance will show up here, but what your portfolio is worth. This little circle is just going to show you kind of like the breakdown of your assets. So like how much percentage do you own of your portfolio that's in dollars or Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is. And then it's going to like, so this part where it says increase your account security, this is really important. So I really encourage you to make sure that you do all 4 of these. So enable 2FA. 2FA is two-factor authentication. So basically that's like Google Authenticator app that you can download. And when you pair your two-factor authentication to Binance US, that gives you another layer of security that will make it significantly harder for somebody to hack into your account or to steal your account information basically and transfer your funds out or whatnot. So the two-factor authentication is really important. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but basically again, that's an app on your phone, and there's a series of codes. So when you log in, the codes change very frequently, and you have to enter the correct code in order to access your account. And then so identity verification here, this I'll go through that shortly, but this is basically just saying that you're verified. So you do your know your customer, you show them or you give them your ID, proof that it's you, and that helps your account security, and that also opens up a lot of functions for you to be able to use later, which I will explain. Your anti-phishing code right here. So this is a word that you select when you're first signing up, and basically when you get any kind of communications from Binance US, you want to make sure that whatever this word is that you select, it shows up in those communications. That way you know it's coming from Binance US and not a phishing site or some fake Binance US site that's trying to get you to give them your details, your login information, whatnot, so that they can try to steal your funds. So this is important. And then this here, turn on withdrawal whitelist. Basically what that means is when you have this selected and you turn this on, you're only allowing any withdrawals that you make from your account. They have to go to a pre-approved address that you set, that you know that you have full ownership and custody of. But the reason why you'd want to do this again is because if somebody was to get access to your account for whatever reason, when you have this turned on and it's set, that means that any funds that are tried to be transferred out of your account can only go to these addresses that are pre-approved by you anyway. So if they did happen to move the funds, they would only be able to put them into another wallet address that you control. So that basically helps minimize the risk of your account, you losing funds again. So that's pretty important. And then over here in this section where you see distribution here, distribution out, this is for your staking rewards, and I will get into this again I'll get into this in a little bit more detail for you. But basically this is just a summary of different staking rewards that you received from whatever previous time frame that was. So let's say last month, if you hold certain crypto in your wallet, so in your Binance US wallet, just by you having it sitting there, you will be able to earn staking rewards, and they get distributed every 30 days, I believe. But you can see here, I got 3.7338 Atom just for having some Atom in my wallet. And you can see I got some other crypto here, but again, I'll go over that in a little bit more detail later on. And you scroll down here, here's your open orders. So these are my trading bots that are running right now, but all of my open orders that I have sitting on the exchange waiting to be executed, this is the list right here. And then on this right side over here, it talks about your trading fees. So for those of you who are, if you're just buying, few $100 worth and you want to sit on it, whatever it is, the trading fees aren't really super important. But if you have really high volume, for instance, it can become even more advantageous to use Binance US because they give you discounts based on how much volume you transact every 30 days. So if you're trading hundreds of thousands of dollars, or if you're transacting in larger amounts, Binance US gives you even better discounts, especially if you have this ticked right here. So this little green, this button right here, where it says use BNB to pay for fees, and you get a 25% discount. So what BNB is it's actually the native Binance token. It's their exchange token. So BNB is the Binance token, and if you own BNB, which you can also buy here on Binance US, if you allow Binance US to deduct the whatever fees that you would typically have paid, and you allow it to be paid in BNB versus dollars, for instance, you get a 25% discount on all of your trading fees, which is they definitely add up over time. So I highly recommend doing that. And also, when you have this ticked off here, if you meet any volume requirements, then you can get an even further reduction in your trading fees. So I'll actually go to I'll talk about this a little bit later too, but this is your dashboard. This is what you're going to see every single time you log in to Binance US. And then, so I'm going to kind of get into like the actual, like how to use, like how do I buy and sell? So if you come up here to this tab, and also like before I get into that, Binance US also has an app for your phone. So I know for a fact that Apple Store has it because I use it on my iPhone, but I know that they also have it for Android. So and from my experience, it's a pretty good UI. Like it's a pretty good application that they've built, and I've traded on it. I've bought and sold stuff on my on my iPhone, and it's pretty easy to use. So that's pretty helpful. But if you go up here to click, if you click on buy crypto, let's click on that. So this takes you, this kind of looks a lot like Coinbase. Like this is kind of Coinbase's interface. And I mean, I don't ever use this. If if you're looking just to buy a small amount of Bitcoin and you just kind of want to get in and get out, this is a good interface to use. I don't particularly recommend it, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But this, if you click on buy crypto, you can buy. So if you see here, so obviously this is set to buy, and then you have a one-time purchase. You can change this, I believe, if you click on this, so you can change this to if you want to buy a Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is, you can do it on a daily basis, which is really good for dollar cost averaging if that's your thing. You can buy it you can buy it once a week, and this is recurring, so this will happen automatically, I think, as long as you have funds in your account. Or you can do every 1st and 15th here. You can do it monthly. It's just kind of up to you, but I think most people are just going to use the one-time purchase. So this tells me, if I wanted to buy Bitcoin, this is how much money I have in order to buy it. And then you literally, and like you can go here and you can change this to whatever you want. So these are all the different coins that Binance US offers. And here's BNB, by the way. So this is what you need. This right here is what you need to get that 25% discount on your trading fees if you own BNB and you hold it and you allow them to use it as for them to deduct the fees. But here's your full list. All right, so let's say again Bitcoin. It's pretty easy. If you wanted to buy, let's just say you wanted to buy $500. So you literally just type in 500 USD. This will tell you, so for 500 USD right here, that you would get 0.010976 Bitcoin, and all you would have to do is click buy here. You just click this button and you would buy $500 in Bitcoin pretty easily. It's the same thing if you wanted to sell. You would just go over to sell, and you can sell things that easily too. So for your, I'm gonna actually skip this And I'm going to go over to trade since we're talking about the buying of crypto and the selling of crypto right now. So if you go to trade and you go down to markets, so this is going to pull up a page where it has all, like everything that Binance US trades. So this is your BTC market. What that means is that everything is priced in Bitcoin or BTC. So BTC is like the ticker for Bitcoin. So you can see here, if you wanted to trade your Bitcoin in to buy BNB token, for instance, this is the market you would click on. ADA, which is Cardano. If you wanted to trade your Bitcoin in for Cardano or vice versa, you would click on ADA BTC right here, and so on and so forth. But I think the majority of you are likely going to be interested in this, which is the USD markets, which means everything is denominated in US dollars. So this is, if you wanted to link your bank account to here, which I will get into later. I think most people are going to do that. But this is where you buy. So let's say BTC USD. That means you want to trade your Bitcoin for dollars or vice versa. Like if you want to buy Bitcoin with your dollars, this is where you would go. But again, this is just a brief overview of kind of the market snapshot. Tells you how things are going. So it tells you your last price here. So this is current market pricing for whatever you're looking at. So Bitcoin right now is going for $45,208. Your 24-hour change, this tells you how things have, either, if things have increased over the last 24 hours or decreased in the last 24 hours. Your 24-hour high here, all that means is that's the highest price that you that asset has been over the last 24 hours. So again, with Bitcoin, the highest price Bitcoin has been at on Binance US in the last 24 hours is $47,371.09 right here. And your 24-hour low is just the exact opposite. So this is the lowest price that these assets have been at in the last 24 hours. So Bitcoin, again, to use the same example, the lowest Bitcoin price on Binance US exchange has been $43,750 right there. Market cap, not super important. This just tells you essentially what, like how much money, so Bitcoin, over the Bitcoin market cap is 821, actually, oh, that's measured in millions. I was going to say, so it's actually billion. So this is 820 billion. But, and then the 24-hour mark, or the 24-hour volume, all this tells you is how much money has been transacted in this particular asset in the 24 hours or in the last 24 hours. So again, using Bitcoin as the same example here, in the last 24 hours, there has been $61,865,047 that's been transacted on Binance US. So this is not the entire crypto market, it's just on Binance exchange here, Binance US. So that is, if you go to the trade tab, this is the markets. So now if you go to basic, which I think most of you are going to use this function right here. So this is a really important one. So if you go to trade and then you go to basic, click on that. This is going to take you to this trading interface. So I'm going to walk you through, it looks kind of crazy right now, but I'm going to walk you through exactly what's what. So this center part here, I don't know, you see where my cursor moving. This is not something that you really need to pay any attention to unless you're into technical analysis. And like my channel, actually, we specialize in technical analysis. That's mostly what I like to do. But for this instance, again, it's just a tutorial, so we're not going to talk about this section. But for those of you who are interested in technical analysis, this is kind of what this is showing you. Like this could help you. And there's actually in the next segment here, I'll show you some an even better tool for you to use if that's kind of your thing. But I'm going to start here kind of in the upper left. So again, right here, BTC USD, that just tells you that you are trading the Bitcoin US dollar pairing. And basically that means if you have US dollars and you want to buy Bitcoin, this is the right place to be. Or if you have Bitcoin and you want to sell it for dollars, this is again the right place you want to be. So all of these red numbers here, okay, so this is the ask column. all of your green underneath here is the bid column. So the bid column down here is all of your buy orders. So this is what everybody who is trading on the Binance US exchange right now is willing to buy Bitcoin at. So these are resting orders in the order books. And this and all of these orders here are people or trading bots or whatever it might be that are trying to purchase Bitcoin at these specific prices that you see here. Same is true for the red up here, your ask column, except it's reversed. So these are everybody on Binance US that is interested in selling Bitcoin at these particular levels. And you will see that the red column, the prices will always be higher than the prices in the green column, which will always be lower because these are the bids. So these are what people are willing to buy. This number right here is the current market price for Bitcoin on Binance US. And you can see it's constantly fluctuating as people are transacting, either buying or selling, which if you come over here, the trade history, you can see the history of all of the trades that are being made right here live on Bitcoin. So you can see that right now people are selling. So the red are sell orders. It tells you what price, how much Bitcoin that they're selling or they're buying, and the timestamp here tells you when they're doing it. If you click yours, you can actually, this is my trading bot, but if you click yours, what that means is it's literally your trade history for whatever. It's your recent trade history for whatever pair. You know, again, this is Bitcoin USD. So these are all of the trades that my bots have done today. If you go back to market, so this is everything that's happening right now in the Bitcoin USD market. And then here in this bottom section right here, so this is where you're actually going to put your order into the order books if you're interested in buying or selling. So if I wanted to buy and I wanted to use a limit order, which a limit order means that you designate what price you want to buy Bitcoin at. If you were to use market order, market means whatever the market price is for Bitcoin, that's what you're going to be buying the Bitcoin at. So for instance, if I wanted to use market, which this is kind of like when you're using Coinbase, you're always market orders. You're always using market orders. It's whatever the current market order is, that's what you're using. And if I wanted to buy you know, a specific amount of Bitcoin here, let's say I wanted to buy 0.1 Bitcoin, and I would just click this green button here and it would literally market order at whatever the market price is. So it's going to be the lowest of the red column, the ask column here. That's what the market price is that you would be paying. I personally always use limit as much as possible because the fees are a little bit better. So if you see the transaction fees right here, they have taker, which if you're using a market order, you are a taker, okay? And you can see the fee here is slightly higher than the maker fee. So if you're a maker, you use limit orders. As long as your limit is below the current market price, you are a market maker. So you actually pay less fees. They reward you for, you know, they reward you for being the market maker versus somebody who just comes in and market buys and essentially, you know, drives the price up. So you pay less fees doing so. And sometimes, you know, a lot of times you can get a better fill. So let's say that I wanted to buy some Bitcoin. And so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to say like what price you want to buy it at. So let's say that I don't want to buy any Bitcoin unless it drops to 44,000. I can literally type in 44,000 right here. And then let's say you wanted to spend $500, okay? All you do is type in $500 and it will auto-populate. I don't know if you saw that, but it will auto-populate how much Bitcoin that you're actually going to get using the parameters that you set. So if you type in 44,000 up here, that's the price that you're paying per Bitcoin. And this total down here, I wanted to spend $500 and it auto-populated the amount, which is 0.01363. So that's how much Bitcoin that I'm going to get. And all I do is click buy. I click this green button right here, buy a BTC. And you can see that it actually popped up right here in my open orders. So I just created this one. So this is my BTC USD pair that I'm buying. It's a limit order. I'm buying it at $44,000. This is how much Bitcoin I'm going to get. It's 0% filled because it hasn't filled yet, because the market price is currently up here at $45,119 approximately. So the current market price is above my asking price here. So it hasn't filled yet. And this is how much that I'm spending. So it's basically 500 bucks. Now, I don't actually want this to fill. So if you accidentally do an order and you're like, oh shoot, I need to edit it or I need to change it, you can actually come over here where it says cancel, and you just click cancel, and you can see the order goes away. So cancel, succeed. So that's how you do that. Selling is the same thing. If you have Bitcoin that you want to sell, you can determine what price you want to sell it at. So for instance, you know, if you're like, you know, again, we bought it. Let's hypothetically say that your Bitcoin order filled at $44,000, and like you're like, it's time for me to put my sell price. So I'd be interested at selling Bitcoin at $50,000. Let's just say all you have to do is edit this part, type in $50,000 as your sale price, and then you put how much Bitcoin that you want to sell. Or let's say again, hey, I want to sell $500 in Bitcoin. Then it auto populates your amount for you, and you could click sell BTC, and that would also put in, so I can click this, right? And you can see down here, now I have my sell order for $50,000. Once market price reaches $50,000, I'm going to sell 0.01 Bitcoin for a total of $500. Now, obviously I don't want to do that, so I'm going to click cancel. But that's just an example of how you use this, how you use the limit order function on Binance US. So if you go up here, now I'm looking in this general zone. These are all of your trading pairs. So the nice thing about Binance US is they offer a lot of altcoin trading pairs. And real quickly, what an altcoin is, an altcoin in crypto terms, it describes any coin or token that is not Bitcoin. So every other coin in existence that is not Bitcoin is considered an altcoin. So Ethereum is technically considered an altcoin. It's really the altcoin, it's the king of the altcoins. It's number 2. Bitcoin is the king of the overall market. Ethereum is the clear-cut number 2. And it's kind of like, Ethereum is like the altcoin barometer. It's like, it really is like a snapshot of how the overall altcoin market is doing. When Ethereum is doing really well, you can tell usually altcoins in general are doing really well, which is absolutely the case lately. And when Ethereum is doing really poorly, generally altcoins are not doing very well either. But you can see here all of your different altcoins. You scroll down. These are all the altcoins that you can trade on Binance US. So for instance, if you know, I wanted to buy some BNB because I'm new and I want to save on my trading fees. So this BNB USD trading pair, all you do is click on it, and you can see it populates the BNB USD. It opens the BNB USD trading, and you can do the same thing. You can set your limit orders. You can market buy BNB, whatever it is. But any altcoin that is listed here, you can trade. And yeah, like I said, Binance US, they do a pretty good job with that. So that is, I spent kind of a lot of time on this because I think the majority of you are gonna be using the basic function. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, you can use advanced, which I will click on here. And this is gonna open this up. And this is almost exactly the same thing as what I just went over. So the only difference, or one of the main differences that I want to talk about, is you can actually do some charting here. So for those of you who are into technical analysis, Binance US has actually built in, and you can see up here where it says TradingView. So they have TradingView software built into their interface, which I think is amazing. So you have your, you know, they already have some moving averages that are preset here. And for those of you who know me, you know that I like Ichimoku quite a bit. So you can actually click on this button right here, and it brings up the list of technical indicators. And you can look at any technical indicator that TradingView has on here that's pre-populated. So for instance, I really like Ichimoku. I just click on this and there it is. So you can actually use this to chart while you're trading on their platform. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop, which I think is pretty neat. That's really like the main thing that I wanted to focus on here. Again, this is for advanced, for those of you who might be traders, or you're looking for an interface that kind of has a little bit more to offer. Binance US also has this. So that's I think that's pretty cool. And then OTC, this is only for like really big, like if you're looking to buy millions of dollars, if you're looking to buy a few $1,000,000 in Bitcoin or something, OTC is kind of where you would want to go. I'm not going to cover that in this video though. But obviously if you had questions about that, you can reach out to me. But OTC, that's kind of what that's for. So now I'm going to step back, go back to this wallet tab here. So balance, when you click on this, all that does is it tells you what it goes back. It kind of looks like your dashboard page, but it basically shows you, if I were to click on this, which I'm not going to again for security reasons, but it would show you what your current estimated value is of your portfolio. You can see, because I have done my KYC, or my know your customer, like I have verified my identity with Binance US, you can see there's a 24-hour withdrawal limit of $1 million. If you need to increase that, you can click on this, and I think you fill out another form, and they might be able to raise your withdrawal limit. I think $1 million probably suits most people, but if you're a large trader, they definitely have bigger limits available to you. And all of these are blanked out right now, again, because I have this little button right here toggled off. But if you were to turn that on, it will show you your wallet balance of every single asset that you have in here. And from here, you can also deposit, withdraw, or if you click on trade, it will take you to that particular trade pairing. But you can do your deposits and your withdrawals from here. And then, so I mean, if you wanted to, like, deposit and withdrawal is also available from this wallet drop down. So if I wanted to click deposit, you can see here, like, if I wanted to deposit Bitcoin into my Binance US Bitcoin wallet, this is your address. So this address right here, if I were to copy this and go to whatever platform, or if I have, if I have a Bitcoin wallet on my desktop or on my phone or whatever it is, and I wanted to transfer that Bitcoin over to Binance US, this is the address that you would send this Bitcoin to. And it's really important that you triple check it to make sure for accuracy. That way you make sure your funds get to where they're supposed to go. And then you can see here, like, your previous deposit history, both in fiat, which is US dollars, or your crypto. These are my crypto transactions that I've done, or deposits. Withdrawal is the exact same thing. It's just going to show you this page, except it'll be withdrawals, and that will be, where you can withdraw any funds that you have on Binance US. And you'll be able to take them off of Binance US to put in your desktop wallet or your phone wallet, whatever it is. And then, so this deposit withdrawal history, same thing, just shows you, it's very clear cut what it is. It's your history of your deposits and withdrawals. Same with your buys and sells. Your distribution history, this is actually all of the staking, which I'm going to get into next. So this tells you all of the funds that have been transferred, or that Binance US has put in your wallets. So for Atom, for instance, on February 4th, I got 3.7338 Atom credited to my Atom wallet, because I currently hold Atom in my Binance US wallet. So it's rewarding me for holding assets there. And that being said, I'm going to actually go over to resources. So I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I want to try to keep the topics as similar as possible. So if you go to resources and you click on staking, so this is what's really awesome about Binance US. So in your staking, this tells you the different assets that Binance US, what the different assets that Binance US has that has staking rewards. And to qualify for these staking rewards, it's very, very simple. All you need to do, so let's say if you own Qtum, all you need to have is at least 20 Qtum right here in your Binance US wallet. And every month you will get some free Qtum credited to your account. It's the same with any of these other ones. EOS, One Token, XTC, which is Tezos, VeChain, any of these, as long as you have the minimum holding. So for Algo, the estimated annual reward is 8 to 10%, which is amazing. That's pretty decent. All you need is two Algo in your wallet. That's it. And as long as you have that, you'll be earning staking rewards every single month. So I think that's pretty neat. But so these are the ones that Binance US offers. Again, all you need to do is have these particular, and you don't have to have all of them. You can just have, if you just wanted to buy Qtum, for example, all you need to do is have it sitting in your Binance US wallet. You don't need to do anything else at all. And every month, it will automatically credit you whatever you're due or your reward. So that's staking. These frequently asked questions, same thing. You have if you have a question you want to look up the answer, it's here. Submit a ticket if you want to reach out to Binance US because you have a specific issue. This is where you do it. Your fees. If you want to look at the different Binance US fees, you can go here. And then, so kind of the last tab that, I don't know, again, I apologize for skipping around, but I'm trying to keep it all as uniform as possible. So your orders, all this is if you want to go look at your open orders, these are all the open orders that I have. And right now, again, this is my trading bots doing trading, which is, it's an automatically trading, it's a system that I have set up, but that's for a different video. But if you wanted to look at all your open orders, and open orders means anything that you have in the trading books that has not filled yet. So if you needed to cancel them, there's a really easy button here that you could cancel all your orders for whatever reason if you needed to do that. The same thing, so for order history, this is where you can go back and look up all your order history. You'll even see your canceled orders. So you can set the parameters here, what dates you want to look for. Your pairing, you can set specific. So if you want to look, I only want to look at Algo, for instance, you would click reset here. Oh, actually, no, that messed it up. Sorry. If I only wanted to look at my Algo trades, I would click search, and as long as it's in this time frame that I wanted to set, you can click on this and change whatever time frame you want. But again, let's say that I was curious of what Algo trades I've taken in the last week. You just click search and it'll bring up only your Algo trades. It's pretty easy. Trade history, same thing. If you go to trade history, it's just gonna allow you to look up your different, you set the time parameters, you set the specific pairs that you're interested in, and you can export your trade history. So if you needed to do this for tax purposes or whatever, everything's in here. And you can also connect it. If you know what API is, you can connect an API to Binance US. So if you have, another, if you have another platform like 3 commas or something, which I will do another video on at a later date, but you can actually connect via API and automatically pull all of this data that way as well. So that is pretty much it. I think I've shown everything that you would need to be able to use Binance US. If I click here, so this is where your account is. You can have sub accounts, which is pretty awesome. Your identity verification. So I will click on this because this is something that you guys are going to have to do if you guys sign up. But basically you have your personal verification, which is your basic verification. And this is like level 1. And once you complete your basic verification, it will allow you to deposit crypto, and it will allow you to trade crypto. So when you have your basic verification done here, you can deposit and withdraw crypto. You can withdraw up to $5,000 a day from Binance US, and you can trade crypto to crypto pairs. So this is kind of what I don't think a lot of people would really be interested in at this moment, but crypto to crypto pairs is like Bitcoin and Cardano. So like if you wanted to trade versus Bitcoin, basic verification will allow you to do that. But if you want to trade versus the US dollar, like if you want to use your US dollars to buy crypto, you're going to need to do the advanced form of verification, which basically you scan your ID, you know, and you show them your proof of address. And if you're able to do that, then it'll raise your daily withdrawal limit to $1 million. And you'll also, once you link your bank account, which was really simple to use, like really simple to do. I think it really only took me like a few minutes to set this up, but you can deposit and withdraw USD, so you can transfer dollars back and forth from Binance US to your bank account and vice versa. And you can trade cash crypto pairs. So this is, again, this will allow you to trade, you know, Bitcoin versus the US dollar. So if you wanted to take your dollars that you have from your bank account and buy Bitcoin with it, or vice versa, you can do so once you complete the cash account verification. Corporate verification, I don't think this is probably going to apply to anybody who's watching this video, but this is, you know, you would basically complete the corporate version of this in order to open all of that up for you. And then your payment management, so this is adding a bank account to be able to deposit and withdraw USD. You can do that there if you would like. But that's pretty much, I think that pretty much wraps it up. API management. So API, again, I spoke earlier, if you have another platform where you wanted to link Binance US to that platform, that's how you would do so. But to kind of wrap things up, again, Binance US is a really powerful platform. They give you a lot of tools, and the fees are very comparable, if not some of the best that you're going to find. It's a lot cheaper than transacting on Coinbase. It's a lot cheaper than transacting on most other platforms. And the really important thing about Binance US is, again, once you purchase, it allows you to take custody of your crypto. So if you wanted to hold it off the exchange, it allows you to do that. And I think that's very important. And if I could give like one piece of advice, if you made it to the end of this video, by the way, congratulations. I saved the most important stuff to the very end, but I would be very careful about holding a lot of money on these exchanges. And like for me personally, I keep very little. I only keep what I need on the exchanges to do what I need to do. So for instance, my trading bots, I will only keep kind of like the capital that I need to run my trading bots, and I won't keep much else, because if something were to happen, right? If for some reason they were to freeze my account, or the exchange was to get hacked, or something crazy like that happens, I keep my exposure to a minimum. And I like to hold a lot of my assets, like a lot of my crypto is stored in a hard wallet. So it's stored off, you know, it's not online for somebody to access. It's literally in a device that I have in my physical possession that I need to access my funds. So it's not like somebody could steal it very easily without that particular device. It's called a hardware wallet, which I will do another video here about that at some point. But that I keep what I need on the exchanges, and that's really it. I don't keep all of my account. I don't keep all of my Bitcoin or anything that's just sitting on there. I keep that all offline in my hardware wallet. Now, if you're not very good with, you know, if you're not very good about remembering your passwords, or like if you lose things really easily, then maybe keeping it on an exchange isn't a terrible idea. It's certainly, you know, like I would say Binance US has been a very safe place to keep my funds. I haven't had any issues with it at all. But I definitely, like me personally, I feel safer actually physically holding my crypto. And if you have questions about how to do that, feel free to reach out to me. Happy to help you with that. But I think that's it. This is Binance US in a nutshell. Really, really good platform. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment in the video, or you can reach out. You know, I also have a link to my Discord where you can join the Discord. It's completely free. We have an awesome, amazing group of people in there to, you know, that are happy to help answer questions if you have them. So I will leave a link to the description in the video below to my Discord. And I think that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I explained everything as thoroughly as I could for you. Hope you learned something. Have a nice day. We'll see you in the next video.